Hi, I'm Ann Martin. I'm the Annual Giving Officer for the Providence Mount Vincent Foundation. Today is Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023, and I am having a conversation with my coworker, Beth Christodoulou.
Hi, my name is Beth Christodoulou. My age is 64, and the location is Mount St. Vincent.
You've been at the Mount for a really long time.
45 years in April.
How did you start working at the Mount?
I moved back up to Seattle, Washington in 1978 with my family. This was the first job I applied for. And when I came in to do an interview with Sister Chauncey, I noticed, and she noticed, that we had met before down in Oregon in a restaurant that I had worked at. We really didn't have a conversation about what the job was. We talked about how we met each other down in Oregon and hit it off really good, and she hired me right on the spot.
What was the job that you were interviewing for?
It was for at that time we were called nursing assistants. I was going to be working on the Alzheimer dementia floor. At that time, they were called patients. Things have changed since I started.
Things have changed a lot. The Mount's getting ready to celebrate its 100-year anniversary next year. You've been here 45 of those years. Tell me a little bit about your journey from nursing assistant, and now you're in the business office. Tell me about the journey of those 45 years.
I was a nursing assistant for 13 and a half years. I had an injury and applied for a different position, which was a secretary of the floors. Eventually, through the years, I became the head of the staffing department.
Did you miss the direct caregiving?
I did for a little while, but there's always contact with the residents. No matter where I was or who I was talking to, I seemed to attract residents who need something. I'd be working in the office, and there was a gentleman in the apartments who would come over and turn off my lights in the office, and I would say, "Hey, I'm still here." And he'd turn them back on, and then he'd come and sit down in the couch in my office, and he'd fall asleep.
Yeah.
There was always somebody. I'm not physically taking care of them, but hopefully mentally I am.
Do you have a favorite story?
Oh my goodness, I have so many stories. There was this one gentleman who had only a nephew. His nephew lived across the country. He lived on the East Coast. Every once in a while he got a phone call from him, and he got Christmas cards and stuff like that. But it wasn't the same. I got permission from his doctor to take him out of the building, and one of my sisters and her two sons and I took him to the zoo. We also got permission to give him 2 hot dogs for his lunch. At the zoo at that time, the paths were all rocky.
And he was in a wheelchair.
And he was in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and he was a very big man. But it was such an enjoyable day, and he could not stop talking about it.
I
and
bet.
he had my pictures of my nephews on his wall, along with his nephew, for the rest of the time he was here. He was just happy. It just made him happy. My family says, and they still say it, that this is my first home. Mm-hmm. Wherever else I live, that's my second home, because I have spent the majority of my life here at Mount St. Vincent.
What have some of the challenges been over the 45 years?
Losing the residents. That was my hard part, is the residents passing.
Yeah.
Because you get to know them so well, and you do feel like they're your family.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd stay here this long.
Yeah.
But just like it's for them, it's my home too.
So what do you think comes next on your journey with Providence?
Retirement.
And I think you've tried a couple times.
Yeah, I have. It is going to happen this year. Last
Yeah.
year was very hard for me, so this will be my last year. But I will be back.
Yeah.
I will be back as a visitor for the residents. They can't keep me away.
Yeah.
It's just a good place to be.